Hello and welcome to Monkeys with Fire. You join me this evening for another painting workshop with Pascal, and tonight he will be painting the Dyna bust from Sunshine Figures. If you are brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the latest miniature painting and tabletop gaming videos. Also, don't miss the live Twitch channel weeknights Monday to Thursday from 7 o'clock BST. Click the link below. And now, on with the show. So, yes, we have another awesome bust from Sunshine Figures. You will, of course, have seen Pascal working on the Necromancer a couple of weeks ago and jumping straight back on in with another one. And so, good evening, Pascal.
Good evening, guys. How are you doing? Good to be back. So this is Dyna. I'm really excited to be painting her. Sunshine Fingers was really kind of sending this over to us, and this is really lovely bust. I already had a blast with the Necromancer. This is, in my opinion, much more exquisite even beyond that.
Right, and so what are you going to focus on then this evening? Because of course we can't do the entire model tonight.
No, it's way too much, and I'm not even sure I'm going to finish what I'm going to start today. But obviously, you guys know me. I hope you guys know me, and I'm a real sucker for painting skin. So that's what I'm going to do, and there's a lot of it, and I hope to be able to semi-finish the face even.
So Sarah is saying just on the chat just before we get started, because she has this particular bust as well, except she was provided with the full-sized version, so she has legs as well to deal with.
So there's even legs underneath this.
That's it, yeah, so it just drops down and she has full legs and everything, yeah. And she has a wonderful cog sort of plinth stand that she goes on.
So this is the model, and let me show you what I am really excited about. If you look at here, the clasp here from her buckle, that's such tiny detail.
Yeah.
And if you look at the texture of this denim here, well, I'm envisioning it as denim.
Sure, yeah, definitely.
So all these little punctures in here, this is really fine detail. And like you already said in your unboxing, is that the eyes here are sculpted in as well. Actually, the iris is a small indentation.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you what I'm going to be working with. So I picked out 3 colors. I just wanted to see if I could do skin with 3 colors. And I tried to do something with the Instar paints because I really love the matte versions of those paints. And you'll hardly be able to see it, but the darkest that I got is Sunburnt Flesh. But this is a brown with just a hint of red in it. It's a rosy kind of, I don't know, oak maybe.
Right, okay.
Right. And I've picked this one especially because it's brown, but it's also because it's got that little bit of red or purple in it. And that's going to bring the warmth in my flesh. So then I've got Caramel Matte. This is going to be like the sort of the base color. And it's not going to be exactly this color. We're going to be mixing a bit because this is just way too caramel, I think. And this is Golden Sand. This is like bleach bone.
Yep.
Colors like that. And I like this one because it's just a bit yellowish. And it's going to be towards the highlights. With this, I'm also going to be using just some plain white. This is going to be the game color. I'll probably be using that towards the end. But in fact, this is all I'm going to need for the base tones. In a later stage, I'll probably be using some red glazes for some flush, some blushes, and that's things like that. But for now, this is going to be sufficient.
All right, excellent.
Well, glasses are going to go on, and class is going to be in. Have fun, guys. First of all, I'm going to put some paint on my palette. I've got a darker color in here, and my base color over there. I'm going to put this in there. I'm going to be able to make quite a lot.
So you're just giving it a little bit of that redness from the sunburnt flesh, yeah?
Yes. Since this is going to be somewhat of the base color, I still need to keep it as close to the caramel color as possible, but just like you said, giving it a bit of the redness, a bit of the warmth from the dark color. Gonna take a bigger brush. This is well, a bigger brush. It's not really science what I'm gonna do here. Wet it a bit. No. Wet it a bit. There we go. Load it up. Pretty wet. Let's see here.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
That's consistency. There we go. And very, very carefully just smear it on. I'm going to do this in a stippling motion like this. If I'm going to be streaking it, if I'm going to make brush strokes, you're going to see those strokes back into that skin. Push it in there, push it in. And I really, really do not care that I'm touching other parts, because that'll be remedied later on. And this is actually a part I really, really like. Who cares about being tidy, right?
Right.
So this is the base. If I'm looking closely, there are still, like here on the arm, it's gonna be a bit patchy. There's some differences in light and dark tones, but that's okay. So let's do some shading. I'm going back to this base color, and I'm gonna add in a bit more of those reds. And now it's gonna be almost only those reds.
So you kind of got a mid-tone now between the two, haven't you?
Yeah. Could be a bit more. You know how I like to overreact with stuff.
Get your contrast in there, Pascal.
Indeed, indeed. Don't you just love Water Plus? You know I'm being paid to say that, right? When I was when I started with doing busts, and I found that I was really enjoying painting faces, I developed a kind of a rhythm in how I would approach a face, and always do it first this, then that, then such, and then such. Nowadays, I find myself going just all over the place, and oh, I'm gonna do the nose now I'm gonna do some brows, and oh, let's do this cheek here, and then oh, now let's do this cheek here. And that's one way how I know I've progressed in doing faces like this. It's really fun to discover that for yourself.
Well, I'm watching intently as you're doing this now. Given the number of sort of larger scale faces that I have potentially to work on.
There's going to be a lot of shade in this part because of the cap.
Yeah.
My view, and I'm not sure if you can see it. Yeah, I think you can see it. It's really stark line over here.
Yes, yeah, see it.
That's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my base color with just the tiniest hint of the darker color, which is actually as close to the base color as it is. And just get that line a bit faded out.
So you're dragging the paint, is it upwards towards the highlight?
Yeah.
Right.
And I've got to make sure that I really like. In this case, I've been drawing away the shade a bit backwards, and now I see I've drawn it away too far. Got to bring back the shade again. I can go back and forth with this the whole time. You've got to make sure that you wait until the paint is dry, because right now the paint has been applied and it looks smooth, but if we'll wait just a second, you'll probably see that this part is going to grow darker.
So, Christoph, you're saying that you have all of Sunshine Figures' Velvet Squad collection at
awesome.
home. That's great. Do you have a favourite from the characters?
So this is fun. Usually when I do these kind of shows, I try to show you guys some new technique or theory, and I try to make it so that you can see it in 2 hours, right? In the time span of one show. So in that case, I'm often really hurried and sketchy, like just to show you the point I'm making. And in this case, I'm really itchy to have a really nice skin tone, really nice paint job. So I'm fidgeting only about this part. I'm really fidgety about getting that blend perfectly. So, and this is what you can see me do. Just going back and forth on this part alone. And when I'm finally done, I'm gonna go there. And maybe I'll be able to do some parts in here as well. And then I'm gonna go do some highlights. And it's gonna start all over again. So this is why you can see that a good paint job can take quite some time. Okay, let me finish this up. So you want to know, shall we do the announcement right now?
If it's a good moment for you to stop painting to allow things to dry, then maybe that's the
it's already dried, so that's not a problem.
The opportune moment. Let me press some buttons over here so that so it kind of looks professional.
Right.
So as Pascal points out, it is free evenings from 7 o'clock. These are going to be on October 14th, November 4th, and November 25th. There are just 20 seats available. We are running this like a proper student workshop. So as Pascal said, we will provide you with the head, courtesy of Sunshine Figures. We'll provide you with free flesh tone paints and a bottle of Water Plus, courtesy of Instar Paint. And we will give you a size 1 Kolinsky Sable brush, courtesy of Game Envy. This will have a minimal charge of £5 plus your shipping to wherever in the world you reside. That's it. We want our 1 to 10 scale Pascal head.
I'll paint one of those.
So what do you guys think? Is it like some of you have said sold, and I want in?
That's awesome.
Is this good? Is this a good idea? We've been kind of playing with it, and we are really grateful of the support that we've received from Instar Paint, Sunshine Figures, and Game Envy. We thought that this would be a cool way of bringing the community closer together yet again, getting you involved a little bit more so with the channel, with the hobby, and doing something a bit unique.
Yes, because it's unique. It is unique. It's the very first, as I have heard it, the very first online paint workshop. I think that's never been done before. There are tutorials, there are how-tos, there are Patreons, There are real workshops where you have to attend to paint live with people, but this is the very, very first online workshop.
Yeah. And hopefully, if this is as successful as we hope it's going to be, then of course we will look to revisit potentially next year with something else. Maybe we get a bit of momentum going, who knows, but we got to start somewhere. So, and we are delighted that this is where we are sort of dipping our toe into the water.
Oh yeah, I'm really, really excited about it, because it's this is going to be crazy.
Okay, so in fact, let's look at it here. So Nomadic Crest is saying, love the idea. Christoph, yes, good idea. I want in. Chrism is saying, I've been looking for something like this for a while now. And he is sold.
Awesome.
Super Sarah, this is amazing.
Thank you, Sarah.
Quite a few people, when we were looking at the Sunshine Figures bust for the very first time, people were saying, oh, I would really love to have a go at this, but I'm so intimidated by doing so. And that kind of sort of set the idea in motion that how could we give you guys the opportunity to paint something at a 1 to 10 scale, but without just having a taster, yeah? And this seemed like the best way. And of course, Sunshine Figures was delighted to get involved, and we really do appreciate that that they have done so we could give us the opportunity to share it with you guys.
So I want to do something different, because I can do all night with just these two colors, doing some shading. You can already see how it's forming. I really like that shade in the inner boob, but I really need to bring in some light to the face, because it's just a bit too dark. I'm gonna do some highlights in there.
Okay.
And I just added some of the lighter, the sand color to my base color. And there's hardly any of the red in there. But it's not wrong to have just a teeny unity in it. Still keeps it warm. There we go. Let's bring in the light.
See, again, it's lovely how the sculpt does have the eyelids as part of it, isn't it? Yeah.
This is I've rarely seen sculpts of this magnitude with this kind of detail in the eyes. I absolutely love it. I'm really liking those lips, that mouth.
Yeah.
It's they're really big, so you can really play with that. It's really expressive.
So there you go. That gives you an idea. This is Victoria.
Lovely, isn't she, guys? More. This is why I love this color, because it's that yellowish, and that yellow is going to bring the warmth in, bring the light in. That's almost better than just pure white.
Right.
Pure white is a good color to do some highlights, but it's also going to take away the warmth of everything. And if you want something to be warm, keep in some yellow. I think this is probably the finest I've ever painted during this one of these shows. Even what was that one? Sarah Kerrigan? No, Sarah Kilmister. Was that the one?
Yeah.
Or was it Jessica?
Oh, it was Jessica that you did with us, yeah.
Even Jessica was painting this this fidgety as I'm doing right now.
Well, you've definitely improved now that you've stopped dropping stuff.
Well, at least it goes faster now. Oh my god. I think that's missing. There we go.
You can't do that.
Oh, I just did. Oh, it broke. No, it didn't.
No.
Right. I'm looking if this is the kind of light I want in her face. I think I'm gonna try to do just a smidge of white in there. And I'm gonna be explaining the reasons why I'm still using white. It's not just so it gets brighter. But you'll be seeing it in the workshop even more. But this is a thing. I'm trying to do this a bit brighter than I'm actually wanting to, because I'm gonna do some glazes afterwards, which is gonna dull it down. So better to err on the bright side. I think that's gonna be the face for now.
Yeah.
Let's do the eyes. Want to see the eyes, guys?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
There's still so much to be done in the rest. But yeah.
Don't drop her.
Well, almost did. Oh god. I'm still doing this with a number one. This is a fresh number one. And just to show you that even a number one could be good enough to do some fine detail, I'm gonna do the eyes with this number one. Really doing eeny meeny tiny brush strokes here. I'll give you some details during the workshop on what I just did. But essentially I was already painting some, eye shadow underneath.
Yeah.
The thing is that you've got to leave some of the skin tone in between the eye and that fine line here. Because, well, the eyelashes are not on top of it, but they're actually down there.
Yes. And yeah, Eddie makes a good point that this, of course, is a good way for you guys to try paints from Instar if you haven't done so already. But regulars to the channel will know we're always saying good things about Instar's paints, aren't we?
Yes, they really are good paints.
Yeah, for the most part, because he pays us to do so.
Yeah,
Cha-ching! Actually, no, he only pays us for when we talk about Water Plus. The paints are totally separate. That's a separate deal we've got to negotiate.
We're talking about what? About what? Did you say Water Plus?
Cha-ching!
Actually, I'm filling in the entire eye with black, and you do not need to do that. If you can do the outlining only, you're that fine with it, and that's okay too. I'm trying to do some eyelashes here. Okay. So I'm going to do the infill of the eyes, and I'm not going to use pure white. Actually, I'm going to use this sand yellow. I could even add just a little bit of that. Well, actually, a bit of this one. See that it's a bit of a darker color. So a small tip for you guys: never paint pure white in those eyes, because your eyes aren't pure white. do those irises. I'm gonna use white first. This is pure white. So I want some nice vibrant color in there.
You see, from here, those eyes look done. Leave it, stop.
No, never. Oh man, this is really tight painting. Let's get some black. The iris. Shade in the eye. There's going to be some dark reflections always in those eyes. But this is a cool thing. What color are those eyes?
At the moment, they look grey or blue.
Blue, right?
Yeah.
And it's just pure gray.
Yeah.
This is what happens if you put some gray over black. It tends to go bluish.
This is what I'm saying. They look like they're done.
They're actually almost are. I'm gonna do a bit on those. No, I'm not gonna do that. I just want to make those eyelids a bit red underneath. But I think I would ruin it with that. Maybe just that. Get a good tip. A thin glaze. Hardly noticeable.
So Eddie's asking, are you going to paint a clean Dyna or dirty with coal?
I'm gonna paint her clean first, and then I'm gonna coal her up.
Coal her up.
Coal her up. Yeah, so I'm gonna take this brush, gonna dip it in black. I'm just gonna do whatever I did in the beginning.
Yeah.
All no,
and just undo everything that you've done. So basically, it's just a pair of eyes looking through.
That's it. So there we go, guys. I intended to do a lot of skin, but in the end, I got so carried away with her face. There she is, and this is actually in my book done, except for the coal part. And God, I'm in love with her. I'm in love with her myself.
She's looking awesome. And so there we go. That gives you all a bit of a tease as far as what the workshop will entail. So Christoph is saying that what we've learnt tonight is that dropping a miniature or 2 or 3 times before your start is very important for it all to come together at the end.
It is. And even at the end, look. So is your entire model... Oh, there you go.
Oops.
Yeah. Oh, I'm throwing around stuff, guys. This is not going to be well tonight. So, any questions before we start?
No, all good from my side.
Oh, everything's going wrong. Really? Oh my god.
It's gonna be. It's one of those nights, isn't it?
It is. Oh my god. Wow. Really, everything is going wrong. Inside of the cab just let loose. Oh my god. What kind of stream is this going to be tonight?
But the outtakes are going to be awesome on this one.
Yeah, probably. Going to be some clips there. Look at this. You see how good she looks right now? She looks even better.
You can't do that. Stop doing that.
So, signing off with the famous words, class dismissed. Thank you, guys.
Right then, I think that kind of concludes the stream. So thank you so much to Eddie from Sunshine Figures who's joined us this evening. Okay, so let me see who we need to thank. Right then, followers. So thank you so much to Grey to the Table Studios, NVM, Master Rocco, and Dammit Daniel. Then thank you for the subs from Nomadic Chris, Perry Pride, Amberden, and Dammit Daniel. I like Dammit Daniel. That's a good name. I like that a lot.
Damn it.
Damn it, Daniel. Damn it. Yes.
I'm gonna shout that every time I'm gonna drop the model.
Damn it, Daniel. Thank you so much, everybody. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow evening. But until then, bye for now.